Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, even a dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I do hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so that you find out whenever I post new videos, which is usually at least once a day, and whenever I announce giveaways or go live, which is usually at least once a month. As always, if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here and welcome back. Today I have not one, but two My Ireland boxes to share with you, and I am so excited. In case you're not familiar, My Ireland box is a lovely lifestyle subscription that does come all the way from Donegal, Ireland. There's usually 3 to 8 products made by artisans and makers from Ireland, and I think that Catherine does such a fantastic job with the theming and the curation every month. It is $49.95 per month, but you can get a discount if you do a longer subscription up front. The shipping to the US, Canada, and Australia is $15.50. But if you love Ireland or you have Irish heritage, I do think this is a lovely, lovely way to connect to that beautiful island. I obviously do not have Irish heritage. However, I always say that I have an affinity for any island culture, and I definitely enjoyed my time when I got to visit Ireland for a few weeks a few years ago. So I'm always thrilled when they send me a couple of boxes for review. If you are interested in subscribing, you can use the code MAUI, speaking of islands, and that will save you $5. As always, I will leave all of that information for you in the description box below. But let's go ahead and dive in because there's always tons of information to share with you. So I do have these two beautiful boxes, and I have the July and August boxes, and I will just do my best to get through them. If for some reason I don't feel like I'm going to be able to give the August box its due time, I will split this into 2 videos. But let's go ahead and get into our July box first, which, you guys, I'm very excited because I'm pretty sure the July box was the sheep box, and she does a sheep themed box I think at least once a year. I've gotten 2 of them so far, and it is always my favorite. I don't know what it is, I just think sheep are adorable. So inside we open it up and we just have some bright green tissue paper there and a little My Ireland box sticker that just says surprise yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So everything's packed in here very nicely. I am seeing a recipe card. There's almost always a recipe included. This is a gorgeous image. I don't know what these are, but they look like a delicious sweet treat. It says, my sister-in-law Orla's magnificent melting moments. She does a really great job as well as kind of creating a sense of community. There's a Facebook group. She does a lot of stories over on Instagram, and so a lot of people will actually make these recipes at home and then share their images, which I just think is super duper awesome. So we'll put that off to the side, and then we do always have a nice lengthy letter from Catherine. She kind of lets us know what's going on there in Ireland during the season, and then of course she tells us about all of the makers. But here you can see it's all like double-sided, lots of stuff to read, so I will do my best to summarize for you. It says, hello from Donegal. We are so excited to send you the Irish sheep themed My Ireland box. It is most definitely one of our favorites to curate. We've sent a handful of Irish sheep themed My Ireland boxes over the years now, and each one is so special, and all of our members eagerly await the next one that is due to land on their doorstep. This curation involves my own creations. I dreamed up the contemporary Irish sheep and tote bags and chose the best makers to work with to bring them to life, and then I added the most gorgeous crisps for you to devour as you admire your sheep themed surprises, and this happy little fellow to use as a brooch or a pin, or to pin to your favorite bag. I love all these spoilers already, so I know what to look for. I love this recipe, and I'm so glad that my sister-in-law Orla sent it to me. She lives with her husband Dermot on their sheep farm, and their 3 little girls are a great help up the fields with the baby lambs. Here in Donegal, we are, as usual, surrounded everywhere by little lambs and sheep, adding dots of white fluffiness to lush green backgrounds. And they are just so pastoral and so adorable. And a lot of times these days, they kind of have like little swaths of color because they get marked with paint. So I'm going to keep this open in front of me so that we can find everything as we dive through. So I was really excited to hear that there were some crisps, of course, which is chips, and mine didn't get too crushed, at least. Usually there's like one crisp that has made it all the way from Donegal that hasn't gotten crushed, but even the crumbs taste good, you guys. So this is from O'Donnell's of Tipperary. So this is what this looks like. Let me find this. It says, I chose the Ballymullo relish flavor this month as they have such a great zingy taste to them, and also I worked in Ballymullo relish with my friend Sheila when I was 16 as a summer job in Cork. yes, I made the relish, enjoy them. So this is a company that has been around for over 7 generations, you guys. So Ballymaloe relish and cheddar cheese flavor. I don't even know what Ballymaloe relish is. Let me know in the comments below if you do. All right, you guys, oh my gosh. So this is the little pin or brooch that she was talking about. This is adorable. It's like made of like wool and felt. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? I want to put that on something. I don't know, but like even if this was the only sheep in this whole box, I would be super duper happy. Let me see if I can find this. It's from Erin Knitwear. It says, from hats and headbands to hand warmers, cute woolly purses to funky handcrafted felt and knitted sheep collectibles, the Erin Knitwear range is innovative and stylish with a contemporary twist. We spotted these little cuties while scouring County Cork for fabulous treasures to send to our subscribers. We were delighted when Billy said that he would love to make these handmade corsages, especially for our members. When I was speaking to Billy, the conversation turned to Dingle, and he mentioned that when Tom Cruise was filming Far and Away, one of my favorite movies, you guys, in here back in 1990, Billy presented Tom and his then wife Nicole Kidman with Erin sweaters one night after shooting. That is so awesome. I love hearing like all of those star stories, and I just love that they actually did film the movie in Ireland, which makes me happy instead of some stage somewhere. So I have to see if I can spin this open. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more, but you guys know I will definitely be taking some photos of this adorable little sheep for over on Instagram. I just have to free him from his little card here in a little bit, but we'll put that off to the side. That is so cute. It says, let us know how you wear your little sheep. We would love for you to post a photograph. So this is so cute. It's all wool, of course. I just think it's so sweet. It has like a little face on it too. All right, what else have we got? We have got a tote with a beautiful image, and this is actually a very familiar image because I think that we got a card with this image on it before. So let me find it. It just says My Ireland, and then it does say myirelandbox.com down there at the bottom. So this is by Sally Caldwell. So yes, this is definitely a card that we got. This is a pretty nice quality tote, very long strap, so that is kind of nice because then you can put it over your shoulders. Let's see, it does actually have a gusset along the bottom, which I prefer to the ones that are just totally flat because then you can't kind of put things that have a little bit more weight in them. This is actually a proper shopping bag or book bag. So it says, Sally is an illustrator and graphic designer that has loved to draw since she was a child. She says that she drew all the time in school and in college, where she graduated from the National College of Art and Design. And then let's see if I can find any more information. It says she's inspired by her surroundings, by life, and loves her old botanical prints. So let's see, it says, we love something different and her style is indeed unique. I wanted this curation to have a contemporary feel, and I am seriously into my handy tote bags now, but they must be good quality. I thought that Sally's sheep illustration would be wonderful on a tote bag, and here you go. It turned out rather nice. I'm delighted that we worked with Sally again, and also that this tote is unique to My Ireland Box members and to the team. I also love the words My Ireland, as it speaks to all that hold a place in their hearts for the Emerald Isle. It is to be shared with everyone that loves Ireland. So I love that, just a little patch of green on there, and again, a nice sized tote for sure. So let me go ahead and put that back in there so that I can make room here in a moment for other things. So then it looks like we have maybe one more item. So this is a woolly Irish sheep from County Kildare, and it came in this nice little box. And I have a feeling this is the thing that Catherine had a hand in creating. So let me see if I can find out about this. Where did this all go? So it's always hard when it's double-sided. So it says, made with love for My Ireland Box, inspired by the Curragh Plains in County Kildare, one of Europe's oldest natural grasslands, where flocks of free-roaming sheep hold grazing rights to the land, as they should. So here is a little more green tissue paper. So we had a box within a box, and then there is a little image of our sheep. It says, your decorative sheep is handmade with love in Kildare and inspired by the beautiful Curragh Plains here in our county, one of Europe's oldest natural grasslands. The Curragh is world famous for their flocks of free-roaming sheep who hold grazing rights according to the Curragh Act of 1870. So let's find our little sheep, our little contemporary sheep. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this. I will have to see, you guys, if I can kind of collect all of the sheep that I've gotten from My Ireland Box together for like a family photo, because last year we got a really cute like sock sheep, and the year before that it's like one of my very favorite little crocheted ones. This is so cool. I love this little like woolly jumper that this sheep is wearing. So very simple kind of wood base, and then they just kind of wrapped it in this almost silky looking wool. So let's see what it says. She did write about how she created it. It says, I wanted to create a sheep of my own for this Irish sheep curation. I took some time dreaming it up. As we sent a cuddly puffin in last month's My Ireland Box, I wanted a contemporary piece, one that would be found in an Irish design shop and that would be made with real Irish sheep's wool. I love that. I think that is so cool. Once I had the plan in my head, I thought about who could create them for me, and I contacted Warren from Cool Redesign, who is so talented. I knew he would pull this off. He said that he needed help with the wool element, and Sam and Nessa live close to him, so they chatted together and got excited about the project, and a sample was sent to me and I loved it. The sheep is unique to My Ireland Box members and will never be sold to any other business, so treasure it as I do mine. I love this sheep, you guys. I'm gonna have so much fun taking photos, and you will have to help me give the sheep a name. We do that every year. We give our sheep different names. I believe my sheep last year, his name is Rupert, and the sheep from the year before has an Irish name that Catherine will have to remind me, but I think it means sweetheart or something. So let's just do a quick recap of everything that we got. We got our very modern sheep, which I absolutely love. Our special edition My Ireland Box tote. We also, of course, got our recipe that looks delicious. We got our O'Donnell crisps, which I am always happy to receive a snack. We also received our beautiful little Aran knitwear brooch, or corsage as they're calling it, which I absolutely love as well. And then it does say, coming up next, which would be the box that I'm going to share with you in just a moment, is a box that is inspired by the Cliffs of Moher, which is, of course, all of these boxes actually have a very faint image of the Cliffs of Moher on the front. So let me see if I can just kind of switch sides with my boxes so that I can get into the next one. And again, the next one will be the August box now, so hopefully I don't have to make too much more room here, but I don't want to hurt my sheep, of course. So here is our other one. It looks just the same, but again, it is the August box. So opening it up, here we go, and then just everything all bundled up once again inside. So let me open that up so I can find our newsletter and, of course, our recipe with a beautiful, inspiring image that will hopefully get me baking now that it is starting to kind of cool off a little bit. So here is our image. Those cupcakes look really good, you guys. It says, my amazing Auntie Anne Marie's Irish cream liqueur cupcakes. That sounds really, really good. So I love that it's all these family recipes. I do hope that eventually she collates them into a big family recipe book. We've definitely gotten some fun recipe books in this subscription in the past. So here is our newsletter once again. 4 pages, double-sided. Hello, dear member. We have just finished our heat wave here in Ireland, and we have had wonderful sea swims that we intend to continue in warm waters and afternoons on the beach with the kids. We are blessed with the amazing beaches on our doorstep here. See more of that island lifestyle. And then it says, August is the first month of Lunasa, and I only know that word from a play that was at my high school when I was younger. So it says, and the Gaelic for August. I had no idea. So it says the first month of the last season of the Celtic year. It heralds the beginning of early harvest and marks the cross-quarter day between summer solstice on June 21st and autumn equinox on September 21st. Lunasa itself is named after Lu, an Irish god. According to legend, he was a master of all crafts, from smith to harper, poet, and sporting champion. So that he's a Renaissance man, I suppose. So we celebrate Lunasa here on the Dingle Peninsula with bonfires and dawn gatherings on Mount Brandon, as was done in ancient times on many hills and mountains, and especially on Mount Brandon that I can see from my window as I write this letter to you. That is so, so awesome. So I love that idea of sort of the end of summer, kind of harvest time. So I'm going to keep reading. I love that she has images as well, so it really does feel like a fun letter from a friend. So let me put this out in front of me so that we can find everything once again. So I am seeing a familiar name in here, which is Hassett's, which is our treat this time. So it looks like we have got some Irish shortbread, rich crumbly shortbread with a taste of Irish butter in every bite. And unfortunately, it looks like some of mine got a little bit cracked, which is a bummer. But you guys, we had gotten some of these Hassett's jelly stars, which I'd never heard of before, in a past box, and they were amazing. It says, when we discover something sweet and delicious for our members, it seems to always be made in County Cork. They have a sweet tooth down there in the Rebel County, and don't I know it? And that says, we sent the chocolate covered shortbread in March with the jelly star adorning the top of them, but as some of you are in rather warm places right now, I knew the chocolate would melt. So why don't you try dipping these biscuits into some melted chocolate or chocolate spread for extra taste bud satisfaction? So that does sound like a good idea. And you guys know me, I love my chocolate, so that might be something that I take the time to do. Or I'll just have my shortbread with some tea or some coffee, of course. So it says we also got a Cliffs of Moher postcard set, which is what I think I am looking at, but it's nice because it did actually come with a couple of envelopes. So I'm seeing 3 of them. I wonder if it's all the same image or not, but this one is really pretty. It almost looks like a watercolor or painting, but I think that they've like created an effect with photographs. Here is a gorgeous one with a rainbow that you can see kind of faintly coming down through that mist. And then finally one more, so it's kind of like different images of the same place, which is a stunning place. I was very lucky to be there in October, which can be very, very gray and gloomy, I heard, but we had a stunning day at the Cliffs of Moher. It says, designed by my good self. I love sending you unique surprises that I design. I wanted a more faded and contemporary look to the images, and I think they work so well. You can frame them if you wish, or send to someone that would love one. Enjoy the view from these Cliffs of Moher postcards. I love that. So this is Auntie Anne Marie's Irish cream liqueur buns. So we call them buns, I guess, instead of cupcakes, you guys. All right, what else have we got? I've got a couple items kind of hidden together. We have something from Kanamara Marble, which is, of course, very well known. It's kind of like Irish jade. It's an Irish worry stone. So you can kind of see it looks like a little dish because you can actually kind of press your thumb into it. We've gotten some items from Kanamara Marble before. I have some earrings as well from my visit that was there. So let's see what it says about this. It says, if you ever feel a little anxious, lost, or lonely, this special worry stone will help you along. Even if you just wish to relax, this stone helps with that so much. We have a thing for stones and actually collect them ourselves. We think they present a certain unexplained energy when held in your hand. And it is kind of neat how you can connect to the earth, I feel like, when you hold a stone, because it will sort of warm up. But look how gorgeous that is. I think that is so pretty, and it's definitely worth reading a little bit more about Kanamara Marble because it has a very cool history and how long ago it was created. We got something from McNutt of Donegal, an Irish linen scarf, you guys. This is a fantastic maker that has appeared in this box before. So we got a linen scarf, which I am really excited about because it's something that I will actually use. And I love the pattern on here, as well as how soft this linen is and this kind of fun raspberry color. So it says, I've wanted to send members this linen scarf for so long, a little bit of comfort whilst you relax. I love the feeling of wrapping it around my neck, knowing that people have been wearing linen in Ireland for thousands of years, and it really is a piece of Irish craft that you are wearing. Evidence of the development of an organized linen industry in Ireland first appears in the 12th century. That is awesome. So it does have their little label there and just some simple fringe on kind of that rough edge. And then we have one final item in here, you guys, that's going to go very nicely with everything else. We've got the worry stone to kind of keep us company. We've got a nice snack as well, and a nice linen scarf to keep us warm. And I like that because it's light enough that I can probably use it here even in the cooler months. So this is a book called Books from the Attic, Treasures from an Irish Childhood by Alice Taylor. So it is a very lovely paperback. It says, to me, relaxing means with a book. I've been looking for an excuse to send you this treasure of a book and waited for the right curation to place it into. Alice has included poetry that I love, stories that fascinate, be it about fairies or animals or folklore or her own childhood, a little bit of history, and the list goes on. You know, I have a paperback of this book in my car and the hardback in my house. I take the book out whenever I find myself sitting in the car with the kids, and I choose a page and read a poem to them or a little story. I think that is so cool. She also mentioned that she started suggesting books within their Facebook group. So if you have an interest in Irish stories or Irish authors, I love Irish poets. That's like my thing, as well as Irish singer-songwriters. That seems to be my thing these days too. Definitely check it out. Like I said, she is really creating a great community there. I love the idea of oral traditions, and of course we have to write them down sometimes to keep them going. So this looks like a fun book, and I also like kind of collaborative or collations like this, where we have little quick discrete things to read and you don't have to necessarily spend hours and hours reading an entire novel. You can just find a sweet little story for that day, that moment. Let me know what you guys thought about these two curations. I loved both of them. Great variety. Of course, my favorite items are the sheep in the sheep box. Thank you so much to My Ireland Box for sending these to me for review. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.